Hello guys and welcome to another cast here. I am Demon Monkey. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this game here. Now this is a Terran versus Terran on Akilon Waste. I believe it's still Akilon Waste. It was called Akilon Flats in the beta, or is that the Wings of Liberty map? I don't know, but you already see something is different here. Warhounds as minerals. Now this was the April Fool's joke that Blizzard did this year, so this replay is a little bit older, but it is still good old Heart of the Swarm. Everything's going to be the same. And for those of you who don't know, basically they just put the Warhound in the game and gave it to every race. And so that is that. And it was their April Fool's joke. They still do everything that the normal workers do. So watching a Warhound turn into a Zerg structure was actually quite interesting to watch. But it is what happened here. We have the little Templar cross. I love that. Those reminds me of Assassin's Creed. I'm looking at that. But this is a Masters level replay sent in by my friend Akilon. That's not supposed to happen. Whoa. What are you doing, controls? What are you doing? Alright. There we go. Yeah. Sent in by Akilon Tozu. He didn't actually send it to me, but he's one of my good friends who did send a whole bunch of replays to me. So I'm going to have a lot of replays coming from him because he is freaking awesome, and he is on Team Akilon, which is it's a pretty decent team. They have some Grandmaster players, they have some amazing players here. Now, he's not walling off or anything, and I believe he's told me before that I don't like walling off in TvT because, hey, if they doom drop me in my main, I need to make sure I'm gonna be able to get there in time to deal with that. So in our bottom right corner, you guys already know him, it is Akilon Tozu. Why are the health bars on too? My gosh. I changed all this, but it did not change. There we go. So there's Akilon Tozu in the bottom right-hand corner of Akilon Waste, and in the top left corner we have Spineropolis, who has no gas yet, and he's also a Masters player with the like Death Juggernaut skull there. That's what I like to call it. And he's also not walling off, but he is just chilling out here. He is not going for any gas yet. And Tozu can see that. He says, hey, there is no gas for you, and there is obviously gas for Tozu, so he will probably do some sort of Hellion play, if not Reapers. Who knows? They're both really, really common and really hard to deal with in this matchup. Of course, no wall up here. The One Marine is out already for both players here. This Warhound, or should I say SCV, going to waddle around here. It's really awesome to see them walk because I haven't seen them in forever. Did get a little attack off there on the Marine, but unfortunately it does not one-shot Marines like it used to. I don't know if it one-shotted Marines in the past, but Command Center here coming out for Spineropolis. I love saying his name. And by the way, I've never seen these games before, so I have no clue what's going to happen. It's all a surprise to me, as much as it surprised you. Now, the first, I'm going to tell you guys the story about how I met Mr. Tozu here while this game develops, as we have the factory coming out. Probably going to get some Hellions going here pretty shortly. Second gas also going down. But I used to cast tournaments for these people, and there's tournaments on Playham every Saturday, and he competed in it, and we were on stream, and I was casting, and his name used to be like that, Som Tozu, and so I made the joke that it's very similar to Some Toes for You. So he's got some toes for you today, and then after that he helped us with casting, and I've just been great friends with him ever since, and we casted on that those tournaments and things like it for almost 6 months, and then sort of all disbanded, and now we went our own ways, and now I'm casting here. So yeah. Sweet, we have Tozu here. Is he getting his commands through? Oh boy. Armory Hellbats inbound. That's what I'm assuming. We will see those Hellbats. Spineropolis scans this and he says, aha! I see everything except the... Did he see the armory? No, he did not. He did not see the armory. Oh no! Spineropolis, you naughty banana. You have no clue what's coming. You just know it's going to be drops of some kind, but he does not know what kind of drops. Engineering bay coming in. It could also be Banshee play at this point. He doesn't really know. But yes, Hellbats are now in production. Surprised it's not double Hellbat production. I guess he doesn't need to. The expansion now going to come on down here for Mr. Tozu. Yeah, dropping that like it's hot. And right now, Spineropolis' economy is better. He's got more harvesters because he's had his second base for much longer. So behind this, Tozu wants to do a lot of damage with this drop. Now he might get out 2 medevacs. We will see. Only 1 medevac out so far. He's gonna probably load the Hellbat up in there. Yes, he will, and then load up maybe some of these Marines, or no, 1 Marine in this other guy. Nope, 2 Hellbats. Gonna go ahead and go. And if, by the way, guys, if this gets in your mineral line or on top of your Marines, you are dead. There is pretty much no guarantee. It's now the only time when you're not dead is if you have counter Hellbats, which are always annoying, or tanks. So that's always something to keep watch on. Of course, he has this watchtower, but not the other one. And the drop is going to go into the main. Is Spineropolis prepared? I can't tell. He has a lot of Marines here, but these Marines will literally melt to the Hellbat if you didn't know. The missile turret, of course, here going to deter that drop. Kind of. He's still just going to fly right into the mineral line. So many SCVs getting melted here. Or should I say Warhounds? Yeah, gonna walk up here, say hello Marines, and do that, but not much damage was actually done. We can take a look here. 4 workers killed. So yeah, those Hellbats were worth it because he got the 4 workers, but I mean, other than that, it's not too much damage done. He is still going to be behind on the incomes for now. What's he doing behind this? He's just getting Terran vehicle. He's just gonna continue this aggression. Now I'm gonna drop Marines into the base while possibly pushing with these. I don't know. Yeah, gonna go pick up more and go dual-pronged drops. Yeah, gotta love those things. So we're seeing a Marine Marauder type play out from Spineropolis, and the starport has been initiated. Oh, I love that word. Stim is done, of course, so we're gonna be able to realize drops are viable. Oh wait, Tozu's just gonna push up the ramp. He knows that there's a lot of defense in the main. He's just gonna go for it up the ramp. Now this Hellion. Oh, this Hellion. What's he doing? I have no clue. Gonna load up into there and drop behind the mineral line. What a great idea here from Tozu. Here it comes. Is the damage going to be done? Dropping down the Marines. A huge stim there. And Tozu needs to get out of here. He needs to get out. Oh, it doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. Hellbats are so freaking good. Murdering everything. And now he's just going to walk back here and to the mineral line. Kill the missile turret. And slaughter these Marines. Of course, now Spineropolis has the upper hand now that Combat Shield is done. And how much damage was done there? Only 7 workers killed. So we can actually take a look at the units lost tab here. Actually really equal. Because of how many Marines and Marauders, how much damage that did. 3rd command center now coming out for Spineropolis. Do we have one yet for Tozu? No, just a ton of barracks. I think those are barracks. Yes, they are. Ton of barracks being added on. Engineering bay now being built. Gonna get those upgrades up. Going for a Marine Marauder type play. Also, we have this Viking out. So the drops have ended. The 3rd command center also on the way for Tozu. The income tab still heavily favoring Spineropolis here, but the harvesters are only 4 away, so that's not too much of a difference there. As this game gets underway, more medevacs of course out. Tozu here showing that he can go extremely offensive and still back row behind it quite efficiently. Oh, these Marines have been stemmed, all the ones you can see, and this Marauder took a beating. Subjing that bunker, getting ready to take the 3rd here, which is, I believe it is like the best 3rd placement in TvT right now, even though it is susceptible to drops into the net here. Go up here and drop here, or pull back and drop here. It's just that way. But then again, you could drop here and here, so it's just really choice there. Scanning, seeing what the army is for Tozu. And Tozu does have 1 tank out now. He does not have... yes, he does have stim. He does not have combat shields. He also doesn't have a lot of medevacs. And Spineropolis has no medevacs. Now they are now coming out. Actually, yes, he does. He has 2 medevacs full of Marines going to go drop here. Is he going to drop at the 3rd? Yes, he's going to drop at the 3rd. Tozu is ready to intercept this. He stims some of his Marines. but it does not matter at this point. The drop did not commence there. I still have the income tab up. Lo Siento, we can see the upgrades here. Spineropolis definitely ahead in the infantry. Well, not yet, actually. They're in the armor, that is. The infantry armor he is ahead on. However, Tozu is getting the vehicle weapons, so that's going to be really important too. The drop now deciding, hey, we're going to go to the main because we know he has defenses at his third. Now there are Marines here to counter this, but will he react in time? No, the drop just goes undetected. Now he's going to react. Oh no! Spineropolis, drop! Drop, do it! Oh no! Oh, he's medevaced. He's medevaced. Oh gosh, that one Marine that got out just obliterated immediately. Meanwhile, counter 3 Marines, blah, psh, killing off that one Marine. Yeah. Now we have the choice here from both our players. This Marine Marauder tank. No Hellbats, no anything like that mixed in. Now Tozu might have a few Hellbats mixed in from that starting, but that is the Marine, primarily Marines. Not many tanks here. I mean, not many Marauders here for Tozu. Not many Marauders here for Spineropolis either. But that is that. I love TvT. I love watching it. I don't really love playing it. The scan war's now going down. Who's going to get the favorable engagement? Siege is up here. And a huge stim from Spineropolis. Also a huge stim from Tozu. And now the tanks are siege. Going to go back and forth here. Of course, the Viking is going to give Tozu... Oh, it looks like there was a PP there. Pause, please, for those of you who don't know what that means. Tozu is ahead in the supply. The upgrade's now going to be finishing at about the same time. Tozu actually got in the lead with the... Not in the lead, but he's closer to the infantry armor as I thought. He also has the tank upgrades, which is awesome. He also has the Terran vehicle plating, which is even more awesome. His tank's going to do more damage now. Going to siege up on the low ground and hit them from afar. Might drop up into the main too. Or this is not the main. This is the natural. Just going to go ahead and drop up in there. Forcing a liftoff. Now, not only is this denying mining, but it's doing a lot of damage too. And Spineropolis can't exactly stim into that. Oh boy, he pulled all of his SCVs. Here it comes. He's running towards the tanks. Tozu stims up. Oh, this is not a good engagement here for Spineropolis. Tozu losing, dropping in supply, but so is Spineropolis dropping so heavily in supply. And I believe, yeah, Tozu is going to go ahead and get cleaned up there. We will see who was favored in the resources lost tab. Tozu is definitely favored there, so he's definitely farther ahead. Oh gosh, I missed something. There was another drop, and it's still doing damage. Yes, the tank had time to siege up there. This medevac is getting destroyed. The SCVs being pulled here. Oh my gosh, so many dead. Oh, 27 Warhounds have been slaughtered in this game. It's okay, they're OP anyway. Yeah. Talking so much, my mouth is beginning to hurt, but that's okay. We have 3-3 now starting. Actually, just three weapons starting for both players now. 3 SCV production out, but Tozu has another army here. He's adding on a whole lot of more barracks as he goes to take his 4th and 5th. No 5th yet. That is just his 4th. I'm surprised he's taking it all the way over here as compared to here. But that is what it is. So right now I don't know who to call it on. I would say that the income is in favor of Tozu. Scanning now, seeing that army size of Spineropolis. Wow, a ton of medevacs here. Compared to Tozu's 0 medevac play. Now they're coming out. Yeah. He didn't kill these rocks. That's also something important. Oh, but the tanks. Now, one thing that Spineropolis has going for him, he has the superior tank count. Which is always good. Oh, Tozu, be careful. A few Marines getting obliterated there. And this medevac has no units in it. I think he was trying to force a stim there, but did not work. Now this is just going to be basically waiting. Is going to go drop there, and whoever has this Viking has tank control. That is the important part. Did this medevac spot the command center? Yes it did. He says, hey, I see the command center. He's gonna go drop that command center. Oh, these tanks, the huge stim forward is Tozu. I don't know if I'm liking this. I mean, yeah, you're killing all the Marines, but your tanks, I mean, you're not killing the tanks, and that's going to be the important part. Now we can look at the units lost tab. Favoring Spineropolis now. Meanwhile, the 4th is going to die for Tozu, while the fourth still goes up for Spineropolis. Ah! Tozu, what are you doing? It's okay. He's not completely out of this one yet. He still has killed off a lot of workers. Remember, he did a lot of damage with that initial push. And he does have 2-2 now. Going to try and chase after these tanks, but they are long gone. He might actually catch up to them. Tozu, you need these tanks to be picked off! No, it's not going to happen today, folks. He will lose these Marines. Wow. That one Marine is so lucky. Oh my gosh. That one Marine. Meanwhile, the fourth base, whoa, a drop! A 3-man drop into the main of Tozu's base. Apparently there's also a drop down here. Now we can actually take a look at the workers killed tab, and we see Spineropolis, well, he is not looking good in that tab. Gonna move back down to the third here. Wow, great play from Spineropolis. Almost no army in sight. This medevac is screwed, though. He will die. Yes, he will die immediately here in a second. And the fourth now up for Tozu, but he's behind. I mean, Spineropolis is already maxed out again. So if Spineropolis just takes a few more favorable engagements, he's going to look amazing here. You can see all these medevacs low on health. Will the engagement happen? It's all going to depend on who's the most favorable in these engagements. Tozu already sieged up. The huge stim into the siege tank line. I don't know if I agree with this, Spineropolis. What are you doing? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He's ready to go. So many of the Marines are dead now. Spineropolis, of course, does have the superior tank count at the moment, but Tozu has won the Marine War. Now he's going to split his Marines and try and go farther. But nope, this is just a Mexican standoff with the tanks, and Tozu really needs more tank production. He's also really starved, but he has a ton of gas. Gonna drop right on the tanks here. Yeah, this is what you want to do, guys, if you did not know. Gonna stim those, take out a medevac or two. And now that is that 3-3 done for both players. Yeah, done for both players. And Spineropolis with the superior tank count, that is what's keeping him alive here. The fifth base going down for Tozu as the fourth has been built. Building into an orbital now. He does not need gas. He needs minerals like crazy. I'm going to transfer these down eventually here. Of course, taking back this watchtower. Yeah, Spineropolis, you do it, son. So the supply is not looking in Tozu's favor, but he needs more tanks here. That's what he's lacking. He needs a ton of tanks. See, 14 Marines being produced at once. That is insane. But he does need a ton of tanks to deal with this other tank count, or he just needs his Marines to win the war, and then he'd be able to split them and drop them on top of the tanks. That's what's going to matter the most here. We can see this drop here. Doing a little to no damage at all. Whoa, this drop, however, that drop is getting some kills. Yeah. Go back, look at the workers killed. 34, so that is, this right here, this workers killed thing, that is what's keeping Tozu in this game as of now. But, Spineropolis, he's ready to move out again. He is definitely ready to move out. Tozu here has a pretty decent sizable force, but it's nothing compared to the force of Spineropolis. Tozu needs to get some decent engagements off here if he plans to stay basically ahead. The fifth base has been established. The incomes, I want to see them. They're pretty much equal. More gas out of Spineropolis, but it's all going to depend on the bank here. As you can see, the gas of each player is extremely high, but the minerals are extremely low, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing either. As Spineropolis is maxed out again. Tozu, of course, not. He needs more tanks. Yes, he's getting them 3 at a time. Wow, that's some tanks for you. And now we're going to wait and see what does happen. We see the army splitting here a little bit. Wow, that was actually pretty interesting. Scan ores going down. Fifth base for Spine also going down. There is so much stuff on the field here. When this battle happens, my computer is going to kill me. That's all I will say. Of course, a lot of tanks. Let's actually take a look at the tank count and the Marine count here. 85 Marines for Tozu to the 60 of Spineropolis. 7 tanks to the 10 tanks of Spineropolis. And 2 medevacs to the 13 medevacs of Spineropolis. Now, that is almost too much supply in medevacs, I feel. However, 2 medevacs is a little small. But that is what it is. Tozu now has his maxed out army. He's feeling pretty confident in his marine control. That's why he has so many marines. But he doesn't really have any medevacs. That is you know, half of these medevacs need to just transfer over to red. Because he really needs it, and I'm sure they'd get paid well, as there's not many people competing for their jobs as of the moment. But here Tozu comes, he's going to the top, so is Spineropolis. It's going to be an engagement at the Zelnaga. Ah! Ooh, Tozu, be careful with your army, the tanks are sieging. Ah! Oh, pulling down here, very nice by Tozu. However, he did lose a few units there. Spineropolis says, I will not lose this base. Of course, there is no base for Tozu here, but Tozu will go ahead and pull out. I have no clue who's going to win this game or how it's going to even end up. Do we have a tech switch into... Nope, no tech switch into starports yet. Normally you'll see players, as they start to bank, transition to like super heavy starport battlecruiser play. A huge stim there, going straight for this. Here's going to be the engagement. Oh boy, Tozu very nicely splitting here. But is it going to be enough? His marines, they are winning. They are winning this battle. His marines are winning the battle. The planetary fortress is still here. The tanks still stand for Spineropolis. Spineropolis still has more marines than Tozu does. And Tozu not looking good here. The planetary will go down. Gonna drop right on the tanks. Ah! Tozu! Do something! There we go. Doing something here with these marines. But all of his tanks have pretty much evaporated. And Tozu's still not looking good here, as the tanks are still alive for Spineropolis. Ah! This match, a huge stim here going into the third. Oh, so many dead warhounds. Oh gosh. Just gonna go ahead and kill off the orbital here. That's nice. No mules for you. Meanwhile, gonna also do a push at this planetary once again. I don't know if I agree with this. Gonna go ahead and scan. Gonna go up here. Gonna siege up. Or just get one-shotted by the planetary fortress. You know, that works too, Tozu. Now he's going to be able to take control of this command center, not command center, of the Zelnaga Tower, and be able to sort of control this high ground a little bit. Scan going down right there. Tozu has Terran Vehicle Weapons 3 coming out. What is the vehicle weapons of Spineropolis 2? So Tozu is in the upgrade lead. However, the units lead, kind of actually, he's higher in supply than Spineropolis. Now this could be the favorable engagement. The tanks are not enough here for Tozu. And all of his units are gone, and yeah, Tozu is pretty much dead there. He does have the superior Viking count, which is always important. We still see no more starports being added on. I don't know if I like that. I like to transition into mass starport play. Now notice that both players have sort of gone for the same thing. We don't see mech. We don't see just both pure bio. They're going for marine tank, Wings of Liberty-esque style, which I support. So many tanks here for Spineropolis. The fact that he's been able to keep these tanks alive, that's an important part. Whoa, these tanks! Oh, they were exposed there for a second. He needed to be careful about that. Now Tozu's tanks are exposed. Now I'm going to pull back here. I have no clue who's going to win this game or how they're going to do it. Tozu with the upgrade lead. That is going to be extremely important here as we move into the late game, as upgrades mean everything. Oh boy, if this force goes and kills this base, nope, they're going to pull back and assemble. Avengers assemble! I don't know if the Avengers even say that. I don't even know what they say. But the forces here for Tozu looking extremely scary. Then again, these tanks look extremely scary. I just don't know who's gonna win. Tozu, of course, he does have the marine lead, but Spineropolis with the tank lead. Both players going to be establishing their 6th bases here. Tozu with the 6th. Oh boy, this base could go down for Tozu if he doesn't pull back and defend it. He's trying to get up there in time, but it's not going to matter. It could go down anyway. Going to go ahead and drop. Tozu going to drop, and that would deal damage. But this base up here is going to go down. The huge stim there. He goes ahead and lift off. He goes, oh well, this base is gone. But here's going to come the engagement here. Tozu has not stimmed yet. When will he? That is the important part. Gonna just fall back here. Says, don't really need that base anyway. I feel like he should have just gone and taken Spineropolis, this base. Taken Spineropolis' other base. But hey, these guys know what they're doing better than I do. Oh, the drop. The drop! It's dealing damage here, taking out the production. That's also going to be important, as neither of these players are actually even starved at all. they can take some hits and rebuild. So this match could go on for, you know, hours. Who knows if they just keep having favorable engagements. Or equal engagements, I guess would be the word to say. Oh, if Spineropolis gets trapped in this little corner here, that's not going to be good. He's trying to go to the natural. The huge stim. Be careful, Tozu. You don't have enough medevacs to heal. This one medevac has a lot of work for her. In here. Oh, a huge stim of the Marines. Going to go for the tanks. Tozu, where are your Marines? Oh, trading Marines for tanks. It's always a good thing to do. If you have the bank, Tozu might trade his Marines for the tanks. Oh, but this is a really good positioning here for Spineropolis. None of the tanks are dying. Oh, one or two tanks actually ended up going down there. But other than that, look at all the blood everywhere. That was just a huge massacre. Units lost tab. Oh boy, in Spineropolis' favor, but it's extremely high for both players. The resources lost, that is. And my gosh, this game is just driving me insane. I have no clue who's gonna win here. It's still anyone's game. The supply, of course, looking in favor of Spineropolis, but Tozu has the bank. That's what's important here. The bank is his. I think he killed one or two tanks there. Not a big deal. Producing more Marines, more Marauders. I still want to see the transition to Sky Terran, but it's just not gonna happen here. Ah, Terran ship weapons. That's gonna kind of queue it up here. This one guy here is not gonna do too good. Oh, Tozu, don't lose your only forces. You're going to lose this base though. And yep, that base is gone. Whether it dies or not, it is not yet. That is dead. That is one dead base. Now he could contain Spineropolis right here, but Spineropolis gotta go ahead and fall back. Tozu is, of course, in the lead. Oh, trying to stim forward and do something, but nope. Nope, he's just going to fall back. Fall back, and the Sky Terran transition has started from Spine with the one thing here. Oh my gosh, can Spine not see these? He can't. Now he scans and says, hey, I can see what's going on here. Tozu, on the other hand, he can see what's going on too. He has the Viking in position. It's because these leaves are in the way. Yeah, leaves. Go leaves. Yeah. But he has no clue what's going on here. A lot of Marines being added. He's now taking this base. It's kind of a ballsy take to base. Base to take. Very nice spread here from Tozu. He's at an advantage and not a huge drop at his third. No, so many dead warhounds. Pull them away, Tozu. Yes. Okay. Okay, good job there. Gonna lose the orbital. That is going to matter somewhat, but the banks are just so huge for each player. It's going to depend on how this engagement goes. Is Spineropolis going to push into Tozu? He really shouldn't, as both players have unsieged here. Oh, Tozu's gone for it! Yes, go Tozu! Yeah, come on, you got this! He's going to push forward here. The tanks, of course, you know, lighting that up. Of course, a few more units of Tozu's remain. Marauders are really good against tanks. Oh, all the tanks! Spineropolis has no tanks! Does he have any tanks, any resources left? No. No, he's just producing Marines! He's not even making tanks. It's going to take him forever to get those those factories back up to produce more and more tanks. He's just building pure Marines now, while Tozu still has a good amount of tanks here. Now, something happened that I don't even know. This drop is still going haywire everywhere, killing off command centers like crazy. Resources lost in Tozu's favor. However, he has so many tanks here, and now he pulled all of his warhounds to aid him into battle. Now, of course, the economy of Spineropolis is still pretty freaking awesome as of now. However, the banks of each player are rolling. We never did see that Sky Toss transition that I always wanted to see, but I said Sky Toss, didn't I? Sky Terran. That's probably not the first time I've made that mistake this game, but there's no tanks here for Spine. I just don't see how he can win with only Marines at this point. And the split there is going to be nice, but the tanks, they are sieging up. The Marines just melting. Tozu's Marines melting, of course, with the support of the tanks. Melting through Spine's Marines, that is. And now the tanks are sieged up. He could go for the third. He could go for the fourth. He could kill everything here. He's going to push up here. You're losing a few warhounds. Those are expendable. It's okay. Tozu cannot lose his tanks. That's the important part. Oh, so many. Oh, no, they didn't die. They lifted. They lifted. Very nice play there from Spine. But He just doesn't have tanks. How is he supposed to win without tanks? I don't know. The banks now are almost nothing for both players here. And that is going to definitely be important. Tozu pushing into the natural now. We're gonna push up into the main, and if he kills off all the blah blah, all the production facilities, that's pretty much it. This game has been insane. I just don't see how Spine can win on only Marines. We will find out though. More Marines being stemmed up here. Of course, the tank slowly being channeled up through here. These Marines are his last hope. And here he goes, stemming them all forward to try and take on Tozu's Marines. Tozu's still standing strong. One tank comes out there at the wrong time, baby. And now gonna lift up and try and run. But Tozu's going for them. Ah, takes out a few of those. Gonna go ahead and drop down here. I think Tozu's still streaming units across the map. Tozu looking so great here towards the end of this game. He has done it with the mech upgrade lead. He has the 3 weapons. The economy, of course, still pretty decent for Spineropolis. He still has a bank, but he has no production facilities, and it's going to take him a lot to rebuild those. And he has no tanks. That's the important part. The tanks, I told you, the tanks are all about who wins. The GG thrown out, and an amazing game here from both players, but Tozu played spectacular at the end there with his tank count being up. He was always behind in his tank count, but then at the end he took one favorable engagement and it really got him back into the lead. And then Spineropolis had no production, and Tozu there just killing off so many workers. Of course, Spineropolis return to the favor. Blah, I'm dying here. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. One last time, so high for both players. Oh my gosh, 45,000 minerals lost. Almost every base had been mined at some point. I think this is the only base that never got touched. Yes, it is. It's the only base that is still a virgin, I guess would be the way you put it. But that is that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Demon Monkey. I've been casting for you today. Of course, I have a whole bunch of other videos. Go check those out. I have myself playing. I have pros playing. I have the semi-pro level players playing. I have bronze people playing. I have every kind of replay. And if you want to send replays to me, let me know in the comments, because I will definitely do your guys' replays. Anyway, follow me on Twitter and Facebook at the links below. And, of course, if you want to see more of Tozu, let me know. He's a great guy, and he has some amazing replays that he sent to me. These look like nukes have totally just been launched right there. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.